And then for yourself, obviously, you work from home. How has that been? Is that something you were used to from before? Or are you quite used to being kind of in the office? What's it like, positive and negative?
Yeah, I'm currently about 3 days to 3 days in the office.
Yeah,
Those 2 days that I'm not here, I really sort of really starting to appreciate, because the commute, I have quite a long commute. I have a 100-mile
yeah,
round trip. Um, so yeah, it's the right balance. I don't get to visit the other offices like I used to in my
yeah.
working week. Um, but it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
No issue there.
I think the crossover between it kind of coming back to being all in the office is quite an interesting one, isn't it? And
Yeah.
dynamics and people. But I'm assuming systems as well, because obviously we're also used to video calls, and now are we going to keep doing the video calls in the office, or
Yeah.
that's one thing we're not struggling with, but discussing at the moment.
Well, the video calling thing is a challenge for me. It really is.
Mm.
And I've started to turn my camera off
Yeah,
for multiple video calls. So when you're in a normal meeting, you're not staring at the person talking,
yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
The dynamic is very different. And
We
if
usually
you're on
think
a
about where the coffee shop, the coffee machine
right,
is.
right. And when you're on Zoom, you imagine you got 12 faces just staring intently at the camera.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel you have to now stare intently back,
that's right.
in order people don't think you're disinterested. I find it
One of
absolutely.
the conversations we had earlier with a guy called David, who does a lot of kind of change management at Sky, was talking about reading the room and how different it is to read the room on a Zoom call compared to a stand-up meeting or a kind of boardroom meeting.
Completely. I find it exhausting after an hour having all those eyeballs,
Yeah, that's
on
right.
me. So that's I think a negative. I don't think working from home is in the press you hear all these people about they're never going to rent office space anymore. It's all going to be working from home.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a real challenge. I get why they say that, but imagine as you cycle through this and you're a year ahead, and you're interviewing people, and you're
yeah.
hiring via Zoom, and they never get to meet their colleagues. I think
No,
that's going to be a challenge.
I definitely think culture and training are the two things that will be difficult to build in a remote workplace, and that's obviously why we have these things like the leader series, because some people might get it right. Some people might say, well, this is how you do it, and obviously most people are doing the standard 3 Zooms a day and checking in with your guys and doing one-to-ones, but there are certain elements, particularly of onboarding new people, that have an element of working with someone who knows what they're doing, and picking that up and building that team culture. So.
Yeah, definitely.